Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make semi-homemade chicken and dumplings. So you can either make you a whole chicken or you can buy the rotisserie chickens that's already cooked. I've already shredded one or broke one down, and I'm opening up a second one to show you guys how I break down the chicken. It's very simple. You just want to pull each piece off and just pull it off the bone basically. I'm not one to keep the bones in my soup, but if you like bones in your soup, you can also leave it on. And if you like the skin, you can leave it, but I don't like the bones or the skin, so I removed the meat from the bones and took off the skin also. So now that I got all the meat that I want off the bone, I'm gonna discard it. So now we're left with just the chicken, which is a blend of white meat and dark meat. So you're gonna break down the big chunks so everything will be bite-sized. So now you're gonna get you a pot. You're gonna add 2 tablespoons of butter to it, and you're gonna add your chicken back to it. It's basically we're just heating the chicken through and giving it a butter flavor. You don't have to add butter, but if you want, you can. So now we're going to get ready to season it. So I have some complete seasoning. You want to add that. And then I'm going to add some roasted garlic. You pretty much want to add as much flavor as you like. If you like it really flavorful, you add as much as you want. Now we're going to add some black pepper. This is very simple. You don't need a lot of different seasonings. This is very nice and plain. I don't know, plain, but very flavorful. So I'm using that chicken flavor because we're not going to use chicken broth. So we're going to add, I end up adding 12 cups of water. So again, you don't have to use chicken broth, but if you have it, you can. But if you have the chicken bouillon, that's what you can use too. That's what I like to use. So I'm gonna add a generous amount. Then we'll stir it up. So I like to taste it to make sure it's enough seasoning to my liking, and it wasn't. So I added a little more complete seasoning, black pepper, and garlic powder. And then now we're gonna add our mixed vegetables. So that can get cooking. It doesn't take, this is such an easy, quick meal. And some parsley flakes. Also, we're gonna add 1 cup of milk. So that was 2 more cups. So that was in total 12 cups. And then adding 1 cup of milk. That's just to give it the creaminess. So now we're gonna make our dumplings. You're gonna need self-rising flour. You have to have self-rising. If not, it wouldn't turn out right. So I added about 3 or 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Self-rising flour to the bowl. Now we're gonna add some seasoning to our flour so you can have flavor inside of your dumpling. So some chicken bouillon, some black pepper, and garlic is what I added to it. Now we're gonna mix it, and then we're gonna add our water. So you're gonna need 4 cups of flour, then at least a cup and a half of cold water. Add cold water, you don't wanna add hot water. And then we're gonna mix it very well. You don't want it to be runny, you want it to be nice and firm. Because again, these are dumplings. This is the consistency you want. Nice and thick. You see how thick it is right there? That's how you want your batter to be. Now we're gonna take it over to the pot. We're gonna start adding the dumpling. Do not have your broth boiling. You want it at a low temperature, maybe like 4 or 5, but you want it to cook before you start adding the dumpling. Let it cook for like 10 minutes so it can be already nice and hot. Now you're gonna start using it. I used a teaspoon, and just start adding balls to it. Do not stir the soup until the dumplings start forming. You'll see, because they cook so fast. This is sped up a little bit, but it doesn't take that long. You see how they're starting to cook? So you want to continue to add the dumplings into the mix. Remember, if it starts boiling, turn your temperature down, because if the temperature is too hot, the dumplings will start melting away. So, like I said, this is sped up a bit. So after like 3 minutes or so, the dumplings have formed. So this is after like 5 minutes. You see how the dumplings have cooked up and rose to the top. You can just start pushing them down and mix softly, gentle. Do not stir rapidly, because if not, you will break them. But the balls, or dumpling balls, are nice and firm. So you want to let that cook for at least 10 minutes, and it should look like this. You see how they sunk to the bottom, and they're cooked all the way through. They're not just floating at the top. So I like to let mine sit for at least 5 minutes, and then I like to start serving in a bowl. There you have it. Nice and simple chicken and dumplings. A lot of people are intimidated by making dumplings, but it is very easy. And this was so good, especially here in Michigan on these cold days, cold winter days. Look at those dumplings. They were so tender and good. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.